is Brian Conti. The title of his speech is There's an Expert for That. So let's all welcome Brian, please.
When my wife and I went looking for a place to live about 6 years ago, we were really fixated on getting a house instead of a condo. But we were stuck to a condo budget. So my wife is, she's about 5'5", she's Irish. She's got this sweet, soft-pitched voice. It's sort of like if she was yelling at you, you would never know. It's nice for me, she's never yelled at me before, or at least that I know of. And so we would go into all these houses, and of course this was at the top of the market, so it was bad timing, and we'd go into these houses, and there would literally be a tire in the kitchen, a car tire in the kitchen, and she would say, "I'm not sure about this place." And I'd be thinking to myself, I'm not sure we're ever going to find this place. A lot of places we didn't even pull up to, or we just pulled up to but didn't go inside because the roof was falling off or something else was happening. So we were really excited when we finally found a place that we thought was a compromise. We walked through, and I knew my wife was okay with it when she didn't say anything, good or bad. It was very nice inside. The lady before us had worked at a lighting store, and she had remodeled the whole inside. And it also had a second unit downstairs. We were interested in having a renter, so it was perfect. But of course, there was one compromise. It was upside down. It was very ugly on the outside. So this is our house. It has the wooden fence from Home Depot, like the $50 special. It's got the 70s awning up here, and it's got some kind of window that they just jammed in. It's a bay window. I'll pass this around. So some of you might have noticed that I wasn't a mechanical engineer. I am a mechanical engineer. You've commented that it's like a little robot-like when it first starts. Well, another thing that comes with being a mechanical engineer is you're aesthetically blind. Or even if you knew that something didn't look good, you have no idea what to do about it. So when my wife goes away for the weekend on a girlfriend trip or something, I have this bad habit of just attacking a project, usually just out of complete boredom. So when I decided I was going to do that weekend, I didn't know what was wrong with the place exactly, but I knew the awning was ugly. So I was just going to tear that down. So she was gone, and I just went up there like 7 a.m. on a Saturday and just started tearing it down, brought it all down, and threw it out in the garbage. And I went back and looked at it, and it was even uglier. This is the place after my little home project. She came home and she said, "Oh, I kind of knew you were going to do something." Well, luckily, this is the day that changed the course of our house. I was driving back from a work trip with a friend, Mark. And Mark's an industrial designer, so for 30 years for a living, he's actually designed products. He's got the round Coke bottle glasses. He's got the black turtleneck with the black pants with the black shoes. One time I was over at Mark's house, and I noticed his wife was all in black, and his dog and his cat were black. This guy is very dedicated to design. Everything he has is black. So we pulled up to his house, to my house, and he said, "Wow, what a great house you have." And I didn't know if he was joking. I said, "Oh, really? You think?" He's like, "This place is amazing. You could do so much with this place." And what I couldn't see, he could see right through. He loved restoring old things, and he's been around this block many, many times. So that was my lesson. is that your iPhone won't help you here, but there's an expert for that. My expert happened to be a 30-year seasoned designer. So Mark said, I've got an awning for you. Took me to his house and we took a look at it. And I wasn't actually sure I liked it, but he's the expert, so I went along with him. And I built up this awning according to his plans. We painted the house, took down the old wooden fence, and it started to come together. And now I could actually see that there was something there. He helped me see beyond that. Pass that around. Another expert helped me with the awning, which was Molly's dad, who was is a carpenter. He's an expert for that too. So the next step, we knew the window had to go. It's hard to see from the front pictures, but it's this bay window, and it looks like it's just stuck in there sometime in the 70s when people didn't have the budget. So I didn't know what to do with that. We had Tuck Pointer come over, and while he was there, I knew he was my next expert. So I asked him his opinion about the window, and he said that the original window of the place actually went up to that arch that you see in that picture, way beyond the window, and that someone had just filled in brick in the house. I had no idea. Well, that was a dream, to have this big window with a nice arch. So I brought in the window guy, and he helped me. I listened to all his advice, and he was my next expert. He gave me the advice on the window. I went back to Mark to select the color for the window, and he said, just go with the darkest color you can get. And I asked him for the colors of the house, and he said, go pick up Benjamin Moore. They have historical colors, and they'll actually even help you match which 3 colors you need to do. So I'm colorblind, so these experts at Benjamin Moore actually just have spent all this time to help me out. So finally we got the paint together. I visited a friend that helped me weld up an iron gate for the front, and we painted it, got the window in, and finished with this. So imagine a colorblind, aesthetically unknowledgeable engineer taking their house from completely ugly to actually something that we're proud of. And the lesson I learned is that there's an expert for that. So the next time you're facing a difficult situation that you know nothing about, there's an expert for that. Go out and find them and seek their advice.